Robert has a low left shot. And so anytime the ball goes low left, we know the club face is going to tend to be a little too closed. So when you guys are watching this, if your club face is too open or closed, the way to check that is you can use an alignment rod or club, get a straight line on the ground perpendicular to your target line, and check the leading edge. Beautiful job, dude. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. See, look at that.
It looks 100% better.
We're now, that club, we're looking at like matches the spine line, right? Just a little bit toe in front of the heel. So an easy way to feel the tilt at the setup position, if you just take your hands and put them on your legs like this, on your quads, the fingertips are an even distance away from my kneecaps. I just want to have a little bit of right side bend here. So I would just get my right fingertips slightly closer to my kneecap. So we have the face square with a little tilt, toe up on the way back. You want to say it or should I say it? How good was that?
It felt amazing, to be honest with you.
Robert has a low left shot. And so anytime the ball goes low left, we know the club face is going to tend to be a little too closed. A closed club face obviously points left, that's our pulls. And a closed club face also takes loft off, which is the low shot. Many golfers hit the ball high, short right. Their club face is too open, like this. That's not your issue, right? So because you have a stronger grip, which we're gonna leave go, when you make your takeaway to not have the club face so pointed down towards the ground like this, we're gonna feel like you get it a little bit more to like toe up. So it's not pointed down. Now, where do we actually want the club? You wanna have the leading edge of the club. Let's draw a line on the club and my back line. Let's show Adam Scott. You wanna have the club like gently tilted down. So if this is like 12 o'clock, it's like, 11, just slightly tilted down. For you, because it's too much, it'll feel like it's kind of toe up,
open,
but it won't be. But anyone who's watching, the checkpoint's always going to be the same for all of us. We just have to, like, what do we have to feel to get there? So we want to get about right there. Yours is there, right? So when I bring that back, that club face is closed and de-lofted, and I want to just have that much more square. So if our club face is too closed, starting at the setup, right, we want to have the club face about perpendicular to the target line. Now see how when you set up, how the toe is a little closer to that than the heel? Mm-hmm. So you're actually setting up with the club a little closed. That would be square. So like the bottom, see that?
I follow. Yeah, because I come in here.
You got it. You close it a little. So like right there would be square. So when you guys are watching this, if your club face is too open or closed, the way to check that is you can use an alignment rod or club, get a straight line on the ground perpendicular to your target line and check the leading edge. Because that way, even though to you it might feel goofy, there's no like arguing it. It is what it is. It gives you instant feedback, Yeah. So that's a square club face.
So more, I'm almost, instead of keeping my wrist straight, how I'm originally squaring up,
yep,
I almost need to keep my wrist, the leading hand straight down, let the right bend a little bit.
That would be perfectly fine.
To keep it straight.
Yep. You still have the hand slightly forward at setup. We're okay with our stronger grip. Now from here, when we go back, we want to have a club face that gets to about right here. So see how that toe is still in front of the heel. That's still slightly tilted down. The club face points ever so slightly tilted down, but you would normally be more here, right? Mm-hmm. So this is where we actually want to get to. Now this sort of club face from there is going to give you plenty of loft to hit the ball higher and less to the left. So let's do 3 rehearsals. And this is what you guys want to do when you're checking your club face, is check it at setup square, check it at takeaway square, reset, setup, takeaway, reset, setup, takeaway, and then we're going to hit one. So when you guys are practicing this, if you have direction and loft control issues, just like we learned how to crawl and then walk and then run and then sprint, we have to build our golf swing the same way. So what we're doing is, okay, feedback, setup square, still square here, defined by the toe only gently in front of the heel, reset, same thing, we did that 3 times. Now, we're gonna move the ball out, take the pauses away, and feel like we do a little swing, but only from like hip high to hip high first. So my face is square, I'm gonna feel like it stays square, clip the ground, and then on my way through, I'm gonna get to a position where the club's about parallel to the ground. Face is square, keep it square, here. So when I hit this shot with that, I've got a pitching wedge, I think we have an 8-iron. This ball is gonna go maybe 50, 60 yards. Set up square, club face is gonna be square on the way back, club face is square on the way through. That ball flew about 50 yards and flew straight. If we can't control the club face at this swing, full swing, full speed, we don't have a chance yet, but we'll build to that, yeah? So if you're someone who has pulls and you get the club face too close, you need to feel similar things to this. If you're someone who gets pushes and weak right fades, you probably need to feel the opposite. You probably feel like the back of your hand and palm point down a little more to tilt the face down, but this checkpoint's the same. Let's show Adam Scott on the screen. The toe only slightly in front of the heel. A couple more little half ones, yes. With a little clip of the mat. So for you, because it's used to being closed, it's gonna feel quite a bit open. And what's gonna happen is the ball's gonna launch higher and go straighter and less to the left. So it's gonna be square at setup, and then square going back. Give me one more little rehearsal just to see it. Toe up, yeah, good, 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 awesome. With the ball at that same swing length and speed. Get your feet slightly farther from the ball. Good, same feels. Beautiful job, dude. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. See, look at that.
It looks 100% better.
We're now, that club, we're looking at like matches the spine line, right? Just a little bit toe in front of the heel. Club face square and then a little toe up. Excellent job. So the thing that I'm noticing a lot more now with these first, before we do anything else, is the ball's launching now a little right of target and having a little tiny draw to it, compared to normally the ball would always want to launch left of target. A huge thank you to our friends at ShotScope for sponsoring today's video. Making the correct decisions on the golf course is vital for lowering your scores. Knowing how far to hit the ball to reach a dog leg, or if there are any hazards in a blind hole, will help you make better informed decisions and lower scores. ShotScope has a range of products so you can better understand your game, from advanced shot tracking devices with over 100 stats and insights on your game, to their accurate rangefinders and simple to use GPS watches for better course management. The more information on the course you have, the better the golfer you will become. Now I'm going to give you a little bit of the setup tilt adjustment, like start the process ahead behind the ball. This would be another piece that's going to add height, right? So like at setup, the more the shirt buttons are forward of the hips, like this way, that would obviously make you hit it lower, right? Hit more down on it. Now this is exaggerated, but let's say the more the setup where the chest is behind the hips like this, that should feel like, hey, I'm going to hit it a little higher and even a little more to the right. This should feel like you're going to hit it lower and more left. Would you agree?
Correct.
So at the setup position, you want to just have like a little bit of tilt there. Yeah, excellent. Right there's perfect. Beautiful job. So see how now at the setup position, the shirt buttons are slightly behind the hips there at setup. So an easy way to feel the tilt at the setup position, if you just take your hands and put them on your legs like this, on your quads, the fingertips are an even distance away from my kneecaps. I just want to have a little bit of right side bend here. So I would just get my right fingertips slightly closer to my kneecap, just like 1/4 of an inch. You're feeling just ever so slightly a little right side oblique crunch. If the hips want to kick forward a little bit as you do that, all good. The thing we can't have is like the hips back, chest forward. So from here, a little bit of the right hand's down. Belt buckle can just move a smidge towards the left. That'll help us hit a little bit higher and then a little bit less to the left. Let's try that. So when you guys are doing this, if you hit pulls, the same thing. Now you don't want to have a crazy amount of tilt, but you want to make sure you have some tilt, a little bit of tilt to the right. And if anything, the shoulder's a touch more closed. The more pulls you hit, a little more tilt at setup and a little bit more close with the shoulders. Awesome. How much weight do you feel in your feet, left versus right?
60-40.
On which side?
60 on my right.
Good. Glad you said that. So when you do the tilt, make sure you keep the hips and weight forward. Okay. Really good job. I didn't tell you that before. So when you're doing the tilt, because if we have too much weight on the right, we're going to hit fats and thins behind it. So the goal is like to have a little bit of pressure still forward with the tilt. So you should feel 50-50 or even like 55 on your left. So when you guys are doing tilt, make sure you don't do it and have too much weight on your right leg. It's like I'm going to bump my hips a little forward, have a little bit of tilt, but still have 50 to 55 on the left leg. Awesome job there, dude. I'm going to give you one more feel here. So we're feeling more here. Good. So we have the face square with a little tilt, little more tilt, a little more weight on the left. Yeah, good, good, good. Awesome. Toe up on the way back. You want to say it or should I say it? How good was that?
It felt amazing, to be honest with you.
That was incredible contact.
Just felt, I guess, how it should.
High draw. I got to pull that out of him. Give me that good feedback. That was good. So that was good contact, high push draw, to the right. So now you start to see, because at the end of the day, it honestly, it doesn't matter what I say or anyone says. It's like, you got to feel it as a player. You got to know whatever you're doing, that you start to see, oh, okay, that changes what's going on with the ball flight. Then you got confidence in it.
Absolutely.
You know? Part of what's going to happen if you guys have that sort of steeper feeling, lower and left shot, we saw with Robert, let's play him and Adam Scott, remember how your head would always be like forward of the ball. And that'd be our hit down, steep on it, go left. We saw Adam Scott, let's show him. His head was a little behind the ball from the tilt. He kept it behind on the way back, right? And then in transition, the reason, this is important, the reason that the head's able to stay back is because the hips are forward. Like the fact that we're setting at setup with the hips forward and the head back a little bit, that's making it easier to still have that relationship on the way down. And on the way down, when we have the head staying back of the ball line with the hips pushing forward like Adam Scott, that makes the club deliver to the ball from really nice and low and inside. Instead of when we get forward and it comes that high and down. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have a good tilt at setup, keeping the weight forward. We got the face square, and then we got the club face neutral. Trying to match that Adam Scott picture. Good job, man. So tilt at setup, weight still a little left, face is square, awesome. Toe up on the way back. So much better, dude.
Yeah.
Higher.
There's the loft I was looking for.
You got it.